All right, how is it going, everybody? I hope you guys had a great Christmas. I definitely had a great Christmas. I actually ended up getting a lot of Switch 2 accessories and stuff like that. So it was a pretty good Christmas and whatnot. On top of that, yesterday, I posted about this, but yesterday I checked the Famitsu sales for the Nintendo Switch, for all consoles really, and it looks like Nintendo Switch 2 continues to dominate, but so is the actual original Nintendo Switch. So it's funny because it was like last week or really just a few days ago, a bunch of people were acting like Nintendo was failing, their sales had flatlined, they were losing, all this BS or whatever, just because of 1 month where they didn't have any deals. They didn't have any Black Friday deals, sales, or anything like that going on. They did for December, but it was only like $50. so it wasn't even that big of a deal. It's like, oh, okay, look, you could get the Switch 2 now for $399 instead of $449 or whatever. Instead of $450, you can get the Mario Kart bundle or whatever for $50 off as well. So they didn't really go that hard this year when it comes to sales, but you still got a bunch of morons who want to grift, or people who just hate Nintendo who decided to immediately jump on YouTube to make their stupid videos and act like everything was doom and gloom for Nintendo, right? We saw Arlo doing this. We saw many other goofballs out there just doing this, and immediately just jumping on the bandwagon. It's so weird how it all happened just a few days ago. It all seemed to happen like at the very same time or something. It's like we already knew that they weren't, like, the news about them losing, quote unquote, losing Black Friday or whatever, or not selling more than the PS5 in the month of November. That news was broken more than a week ago, right? Like maybe 2 weeks ago or so, that news had broken, right? Yeah, for some reason, it was a few days ago, everybody decided, they were going to start making these stupid grifting videos. And it always makes you wonder, like, if this was just, I don't know, like this was just like damage control right before, we get numbers of like December or something. It doesn't make any sense to me, but this right here is from last week of December. Switch 2 sold in Japan, sold 221,000 units. And let me just show you something. Let me show you, for comparison, this is what they sold the week before that, 190,000. So they literally sold like 30,000 more units this last week than the previous week, the week before that. So here's what I think is going on. People were talking about how now they finally have Switch 2 consoles in Japanese stores, because apparently they didn't for a while. Apparently it was just some weird, I forgot what they call it or whatever, where it's like some kind of lottery or something. I don't know, where people have to win it or something. Anyways, they actually now have Switch 2 consoles available at retailers in Japan. And I think that's why we're seeing this big, jump, this big increase in sales over there for the Switch 2. So it went from 190,000 to 221,000. So pretty awesome to see that. Pretty awesome to see a big jump right there. Now, of course, if you guys notice, in second place is the original Nintendo Switch, as you guys can see. Switch OLED, Switch Lite, and Switch. Switch OLED sold 18,864. Switch Lite sold 12,641. And the normal, regular Nintendo Switch sold 6,679. Let's look at how much the PlayStation 5 sold. The digital edition sold 13,000. The regular PS5 sold 4,000, and the PS5 Pro sold 1,000. So, as you can see, even just the original Nintendo Switch continues to kick the PlayStation's 5's ass. And in this case, it looks like it's by like 18,000 copies, or 18,000 units sold. So yeah, it's kind of funny how everyone was doing all this doom and gloom a few days ago before Christmas, and you look at the numbers or whatever in Japan, and people are gonna act like, well, that's just Japan. Okay, well, worldwide, Nintendo is still kicking their ass. All right, let's not kid ourselves here. Right, Nintendo didn't give us a $100 discount for the Nintendo Switch 2. PlayStation 5 gave those big discounts, and it lasted longer than just Black Friday itself. I think it lasted for like 2 weeks. I mean, damn, they had that thing going on very long, actually. So it wasn't even just Black Friday itself. They had it going on longer than that. But as you can see, Switch 2 and Switch 1 continues to bury the PlayStation 5 in sales in Japan. And let's just check out let's see what's the top 10 when it comes to software sales. Of course, Mario Kart World being at the very top with 115,000. Then you got Pokemon Legends ZA for the Switch, 72,000. Then you got the Switch 2 version of that game at 54,000. At number 4, you got Kirby Air Riders. I hope that they bundle Kirby Air Riders. Like, they should, if there's 2 games that need to be bundled with the Nintendo Switch 2, it's Donkey Kong Bonanza and Kirby Air Riders. Both of those games should be bundled with the system. I mean, that would be freaking awesome. Because right now, it's Mario Kart World, and I do think they still have a Legends ZA bundle. I think, maybe. Shit, just you know, they said that they're gonna end the bundle for Mario Kart World pretty soon, if I'm not mistaken. They should do the same with Legends ZA, and then they should say, hey, here's 2 of our other best games that we have for the Nintendo Switch 2. These are 2 of the best games so far. We're gonna bundle them. Now you can either get, the Donkey Kong Bonanza bundle or the Kirby Air Riders bundle. I think that would be great. That would be a great way to promote these games and get more people to try them out, especially people who are just ignorant and don't know anything about any of those games. Let's get those games to sell well, So anyways, yeah, that's at number 4, Kirby Air Riders. Good to see them still in the top 10 over there. Top 5, actually. Then there's that Momotaro Dentetsu game. I really don't know what that is, but that game is selling well. It's a fairly new game, if I'm not mistaken. Switch 2 version sold 26,000, and then you got the regular Switch version, which sold 22,000. Then you got good old Donkey Kong Bonanza at number 7, 16,165. I'm glad Donkey Kong Bonanza is still in the top 10, especially in Japan, of all places, because apparently Donkey Kong is not that popular in Japan, and I really do not understand why. I don't understand why at all. That doesn't make any damn sense. And let me tell you guys something. Anybody out there who really loves, Super Mario, especially, if you enjoyed Mario Odyssey, but you hadn't played Donkey Kong Bonanza is far better. This is not to say that Mario Odyssey is bad. No, it's saying a lot. Super Mario Odyssey is a great, awesome 3D platformer. Maybe it arguably has more 3D, it has more platforming going on, but Donkey Kong Bonanza, the game, the destructive environments, the fighting mechanics of you just punching the shit out of everything, smashing the ground, ripping up the dirt, ripping up rocks out of the walls to throw them and stuff like that. It's just a fun game overall. Being able to jump and do a cannonball into things, that's another thing. It's just a really, really fun freaking game, made by the same people who made Super Mario Odyssey, and boy, did they did a great freaking job. So anyways, just wanted to say that, yeah, Donkey Kong Bonanza, yeah, even though Super Mario Odyssey is one of the best Mario games, probably the best Mario game, I would argue that Donkey Kong Bonanza is way better. It takes things to a higher level. So, Anyways, yeah, Minecraft at number 8. Super Mario Party Jamboree at 9. Then at number 10, you got Animal Crossing New Horizons. And that's a game that sold 8 million so far in Japan. So, as you guys can see, it's all Nintendo Switch 2 stuff. That's, pretty much dominating. And I'm sure once they give us the top 30, it's going to be like almost everything's going to be Nintendo Switch or Switch 2, and you might have 1 or 2 PlayStation 5 games in the top 30. Maybe. That's a big maybe, but who knows, it might not be, because I know for last week or the week before that, in the top 30 there was only like 2 PlayStation 5 games and whatnot. So now there is something I really want to show you guys, because somebody had pointed this out to me, this YouTube channel called HowToGaming. That's a very stupid name for a channel, but somebody told me about this in my previous video where I was going after Arlo for his BS reporting and his doom and glooming video that he made about Nintendo, and basically how he was basically just simping for Nintendo haters and all of that bullshit that he normally does, and he does it in the most passive way as possible. The guy's a clown. The guy's a complete joke. Anyways, somebody had pointed out to me that this channel was doing the same thing. So I checked this channel out, this person called HowToGaming. They have over 2,000 subscribers, 278 videos. I make Nintendo analysis and occasional news content. Give me a sub if you enjoy my videos. This guy's just a stupid grifter. That's really all he is. But here's the thing. I commented on this guy's fucking video, right? I left several comments, and he replied to me, and we were having a back and forth, and I was just, making him look like a fucking idiot because he was his arguments were so stupid. Now, if we listen to his video, you're going to hear this really lame, effeminate voice, this very gay-sounding voice, this pansy-ass guy talking, right? It does sound kind of fake. It sounds AI-generated. It sounds like it's his actual voice, but it's AI generated. So he used like an AI clone maybe to just, clone his voice so that way it could read an AI-generated script or whatever, because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like it's just reading off of a damn script. Let me just play it really quick so you guys can hear it.
Since 1995 in terms of hardware sales. The article itself states that 1.6 million hardware units were sold across all platforms in the United States during November. Now, while 1.6 million units sounds like a lot for 1 month, one point to keep in mind is that November is usually one of the biggest months for video game consoles to be sold before the holiday season. So for the entire amount of video game consoles to be sold in the US being only 1.6 million, it's actually really low. But this article also notes one other interesting detail of how video game consoles sold in November. To quote it specifically, it says that looking at the data a bit closer, the PS5 managed to beat the Switch 2 to be the highest selling platform during November. And that right there is really strange because the Switch 2 at that time was not even 6 months old compared to the PS5, which is over 5 years old. So it makes absolutely no sense for the PS5 to do better than the Switch 2 in the literal year that the Switch 2 came out. That is,
Alright, so this dumbass is, talking bullshit, as you can see. It literally makes no sense for the PS5 to outsell them because the Switch 2 is a new console. Okay, again, you moron. And I told him this in the comment section. They had no Black Friday deals. They didn't have any sales on their console. They didn't have any big discounts. So how can you be this so fucking stupid and to act like, oh, this is weird, this makes no sense, they got outsold? Doesn't even mention the fact that, PS5 had a $100 discount. Doesn't mention that at all. He just acts stupid and acts like, it's a new console, it hasn't even been 6 months old. Okay, well, just ignore all of the other months where Nintendo was completely kicking PlayStation's ass, right? But you're gonna act like, oh, this is weird, they got outsold by the PS5. doesn't bother to say why, doesn't bother to bring up the fact that there's a $100 discount on the PlayStation 5, and it lasted longer than just one day. Probably lasted more than a week or so. I mean, I think it was just recently that they finally went back to their normal price point. Anyways, this guy, this effeminate loser with his AI voice reading his fucking, AI generated script for this video. He really is fucking stupid. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Because here's the thing. I replied to this dipshit in the comments. I called him stupid. Of course I would. Because he's talking all that bullshit. I replied to him pointing this out, saying, hey, idiot, they didn't have a sale. They didn't have a Black Friday. They had no Black Friday deals whatsoever. All right, PlayStation 5 had a big discount on their consoles, and they had big discounts on their video games. So yeah, no shit, Sherlock. It won November in terms of sales or whatever because they had discounts and whatnot. But his stupid ass argument, well, he didn't really have an argument. All he could say is, well, you can call me stupid, but I mean, how is it that a new console gets outsold by PlayStation, especially in November and Black Friday? That's when consoles do the best. I'm like, you idiot. Did you not just read what I fucking said? I literally said, I literally just explained to this dumbass, like, yeah, they didn't have a discount. Guys, who's gonna wake up early on Black Friday, go through the trouble of, trying to find a parking space to park in, at whatever retailer there is nearby that's running Black Friday deals to try to get a Nintendo Switch 2 when there's not even really there's not a discount on it? Who's going to do that, right? And now, you're talking, a lot of these Black Friday deals, last more than a week or so. So yeah, you got all this people just shopping like crazy. Most people aren't going to go, they're not going to join that holiday rush, that shopping spree, if the item that they want doesn't have a discount on it. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I'm going to wake up early for Black Friday to get a Switch 2. Or I'm going to get a Switch 2 for Black Friday while there's all this, you got thousands of people, hundreds of people or whatever, waiting in line for whatever product they're trying to get. Yeah, I'm just going to wait in line to get the Switch 2 when they don't even have a discount. No, actually, I think the smarter thing to do at that point is wait for all of that to be over. Wait for Black Friday to be over, and then you can go get your Switch 2. That way you don't have to wait in line for hours just to get something that doesn't even have a discount on it. This should just be like freaking common sense to people, but, these dumbasses are just grifters. And this guy, he's so stupid, I pointed that out to him. And I remember he had a stupid argument, just a stupid response. So he said, what the hell did he say? He said, well, I could make the argument the reason Nintendo Switch 2 isn't selling well is because they opted to make the console more powerful and now it's more expensive. Like that was the last thing he said to me. Now, and I reply, like, dude, that is so fucking stupid. What does that have to do with anything? What are you even talking about now? Like, I just explained to you how they didn't have any discounts. They didn't have anything like that, any crazy sales going on. And your response is, oh, well, I can argue that they didn't sell well because they opted to make the console more powerful or something. Like, what is this? Like, the guy was complete moron, a complete dipshit. And I'm just like, this guy is even more stupid than the videos he makes. Because, here's the thing. You listen to the video, it sounds articulate. Like, everything he's saying in this video, it's stupid to begin with. But it sounds very AI generated, like the talking points or whatever that he's making. But then when I actually, confront him in the comment section, he's just saying dumb shit that doesn't make any sense. I'm like, what the hell? Dude, you're just relying on AI at this point. AI is like generating scripts for you. And it's also, I guess, cloning your voice as well. Very stupid guy. But here's the thing. You go into the comment section. None of my fucking comments are there. None of them. They're all gone. And when I checked my notifications, because, he did, when he made his responses to me in his comment section, I did get those notifications. Those notifications somehow are gone. They have disappeared. And when I tried looking up his YouTube channel, I couldn't even find it. I couldn't even find his damn YouTube channel. I had to go to my other YouTube channel to find his YouTube channel. This is just very bizarre, very funny how he had to, censor me. And it's not like I was using harsh language. I mean, I called him stupid and goofball, moron, stuff like that. It's not like I called him anything more derogatory than that. So he's just being a freaking pansy ass, and he's hiding my comments. I mean, he I guess he deleted every single comment. He must have deleted some comment threads too, because I had replied to other people as well, I believe, and then he jumped in there or whatever. Yeah, this piece of crap, I guess he's just deleting comments or whatever, just so, people won't see me making a fool out of himself, making him look stupid in the comment section. This shit is really funny. Yeah, look at that. I mean, can't find me anywhere. Let me just make sure. I'm going through this whole thing. You guys, I mean, I want you all to see for yourself. Unfortunately, I didn't take a screenshot or anything. Or, you know what? Did I? I don't think I did. If I did, I will definitely put that here in the video, but I don't believe I did. Look, we're looking 22 hours ago. It was like a day ago or so that I saw a stupid video, and because someone pointed it out to me, one of my subscribers, and I was like, let me check to see who this fool is. And then I saw the video, and I was like, okay, this guy's an idiot. He's just being stupid, like all Nintendo haters, just being dumb. Is like, oh, they got outsold. This is crazy. They're brand new console. And it's like, yeah, you're not even going to, you're going to leave out some context. You're not going to bother mentioning the fact that they didn't have a big discount at all. No discount whatsoever. You guys seeing this? Like, my comments are nowhere to be found. And in fact, I think one of the comments that he left on his video that I replied to, that one is gone too. It's like he just pretty much deleted and erased every single thing that I had said, that he had said. Yeah, what a complete fucking joke this guy is. Yeah. That's pretty much it. This piece of shit, this fucking pussy deleted all of my comments. Deleted my comments. I can't really find his YouTube channel at all on my regular channel. Boy, what a joke this guy is. Yeah, there you go, guys. The HowToGaming, this complete hack, he censored my YouTube account or whatever. And as you can see, this loser, he is just a total grifter. Just look at all this bull crap. Stupid, insane, hated, awful, failure, greed, dying, it's over. Just a piece of shit. Just, the typical thumbnails that are gonna, attract the stupid Nintendo haters or whatever. I'm curious to see, like, how long this loser has been on the internet for. Let's see. Mario Kart World was actually meant for Nintendo Switch. Yeah, so look at this. He's made some positive videos about Nintendo, but of course they didn't do well. Nintendo Direct leaked for the July Animal Crossing tease incoming. 5 reasons I am thrilled for Donkey Kong Bonanza on the Nintendo Switch 2. That was 6 months ago. That only got 166 views. Nintendo Switch 2 users are getting banned from their consoles. That got 1,000 views. The Nintendo Switch 2 is selling out everywhere, and competitors are nervous. That only got 321 views. So again, you're not going to get that many views because people who love Nintendo or love the Switch 2, they're just busy playing their games and having fun. But all of these other losers who don't have anything to play, they're like PlayStation fangirls, or they play on Xbox or PC, whatever, and they don't have jack shit to play. Those are the people who are constantly surveilling the internet at all times. They're the ones looking for negative Nintendo content to watch, watch and leave comments on. So as you can see, every time he made normal videos, he only got 100 views. Nintendo Switch 2 is almost here, and big changes are coming. This one surprisingly has 9,000 views. That one's got 2,000. 7 reasons why I'm hyped for Nintendo Switch 2. That one got 8,000, surprisingly. So kind of weird. It's a bit inconsistent, but reacting to Nintendo Switch 2 hate comments, that got 2,600 views. But as you can see, like his older videos before the Switch came out, 100, 600, 230, 1,000. It's like, it's just like, sometimes he gets 100, sometimes he gets abysmal numbers. 2 years ago, 37 views, 15 views, 20 views. So he typically, I don't know, it seems like he's starting to be a dumbass, and he's like, oh, well, I get way more views when I talk a bunch of bullshit about Nintendo. So this one got 26,000 views, him claiming that Nintendo's dead and they're paying the price for their greed or whatever. Stupid shit. The entire internet hates Nintendo now, 43,000 views. Yeah, so you can see this piece of shit, he's just grifting, and he's kind of doing what Arlo is doing. The only difference is Arlo is more passive when he does it. He's very subtle, He's like, oh boy, this is not good. Oh, Nintendo is not doing so well, guys. Yeah, he talks like that or whatever. He's like such a bitch. Fucking hate Arlo. Anyways, I can't stand people who are very subtle and sneaky in that way, But yeah, there you go, guys. HowToGaming, another stupid clown who's dooming and glooming. And he completely censored and deleted all of my comments that I made. Anyways, I just had to point that out because, yeah, it just shows how full of shit some people are. Guy's weak. Anyways, yeah, Nintendo is doing very well, and it's dominating PlayStation 5, especially in Japan. You guys let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below, and I'll talk to you later. See ya.